side, as well as those folks watching at home via showbarnflix.com. Welcome to the Zebu Show. This is the 2023 Open Miniature Zebu Show number 1. Up in the ring at this time will be our first class, which is class 1632. These are steers. These steers are 4 years and older. We have 2 entries. We have entry 1274 from Kirsten Watson and entry 1074 from William Hughes. These are the 2 steers within the Zebu Show. Your first and seconds within this class of 1632 will become your Grand and Reserve Champion steers, as well as your Champion Challenge.
I'd like to welcome everybody to the Colorado State Fair today. We have the Miniature Zebu Show. If you're here to watch that, we're really happy to have you. They are not a miniature Brahman. They're an Asian breed of cattle, and it's my job today to evaluate them and help sort them. In the Miniature Zebu, it's really important to look for balance, conformation, soundness. Those things are very important to the breed. They're actually a breed that's developed a lot through some natural selection process, and also breeders have continued that process here in America. They are very disease resistant. They're very sustainable and hardy. They are blessed with a lot of longevity for the breeders, which is really nice. So happy to have you all here today, and thank you to Robin and all the superintendents and staff here at the State Fair for the great job they do and for having me here. In this first pair, we've got a fairly close decision. I'm going to go ahead and go with our horn steer. He balances up just a little better. He carries back a little more uniformly into his hip and lower round. We are looking at these steers as potential meat producers, but also we are evaluating them not on the typical things that you might see a Boss Taurus animal evaluated on, but that balance and symmetry becomes extremely important. It's a very close decision. But congratulations to our horn steer here. He'll be your champion, and our gray steer will be your reserve.
Your results from class 1632 of steers. In second place in your reserve champion is entry 1274 from Kirsten Watson. In first place in your grand champion steer is entry 1074 from William Hughes. While our next class gets set to roll, we'll give you some more background on the Zebu breed. The Zebu originates from India, as our Judge Rick Leone had specified, from Asia. Although the original breed did not have the distinctive hump that the Zebu is known for today, the paintings on rocks and pottery show that the Zebu has existed since around 2000 BC, and they were exported to Africa in around 1000 AD. They were also exported to Africa in the 18th century and to Brazil in the late 19th century. The Zebu is often described as being the world's oldest breed of domestic cattle. They are heat tolerant, which makes them popular in hot countries like Brazil, where they are reared primarily for their meat because they survive in tropical temperatures better than European breeds of cattle. If the breed is frequently handled, they will grow to accept human contact and proximity, and they can be considered quite docile. However, cows can be maternal and look to protect their offspring just as any animal would. The breed is considered low maintenance. There are a few breeding problems because calves are considered very small. Now that all of our exhibitors are ready to rock and roll, we will bring in the next class. This is class 16-17. These are junior bulls in the age range of 0 to 6 months of age. We have entry 1080 from Jeanette Magnuson, entry 1277 from Kimberly Ruskinen, entry 1079 from Jeanette Magnuson, and entry 1072 from William Hughes. These complete your class 16-17A of junior Zebu bulls.
So a nice set of bull calves here for me to evaluate. And again, I'm not here to pick the smallest or the biggest. There's definitely a mature size issue that we have to consider, and none of these animals are broaching that yet. I'm going to start with the young lady's calf here that I have lined up in first to start the class. This calf for me offers the best symmetry and balance in the class. He does it with a lot of structural correctness, and that's really important to us. We really want to evaluate their heart girth. We want to see that bold kind of rib shape that we know is going to give them some longevity and duration, and that's important to us, and still do that in a very sound, functional package. So congratulations to the young lady in first. The calf I'm going to follow up with is a little different than the others. He's got some difference to him. I'd maybe like to improve the set to his hock a little bit, but after that, he has a lot of quality. Not necessarily have an advantage in growth, but he has an advantage in terms of development today. So he's had a little more time to start to express some of that rib shape and some of that capacity and balance that we're looking for. So very nice second place animal to that exhibitor. We're going to go next to our little bit of a gray calf here in third, and that calf for me is just a little bit in at his hocks. I'd like to see him just a little better balanced. He's very young. He's still figuring all this out and deciding how he wants to get around the ring. I'm sure he's younger than some of the calves he's showing against today, and that just throws him off just a little bit with some of that issue, as he doesn't want to lead as well in terms of his structure. And our fourth place calf isn't discriminated against because he's the smallest or the youngest, but again, it makes him just a little bit harder to show some of the attributes we're looking for today. They both have a lot of potential, a lot of promise down the road, and good to see them out. So congratulations to all the exhibitors in this class.
Your results from Class 16-17. In fourth place, entry 1079 from Jeanette Magnuson. Third place is Kimberly Ruskinen. Second place, entry 1072 from William Hughes. And your class winner, entry 1080 from Jeanette Magnuson. At this time, we will bring in our next class, 16-18 of junior bulls. These bulls are 6 to 12 months in age. We have a single entry within this class. We have entry 1073 from William Hughes with the date of birth on this animal of November 30th of 2022. So once again, this is Class 16-18 of junior bulls, 6 to 12 months in age. We have the single entry from William Hughes.
Single entry here of a calf that's just a little bit under 12 months of age. Really nice calf. Always interesting to see some of the color variations that you can see within the breed. Still a very good example of the miniature Zebu breed. A bull I'd maybe like to just deepen up and open him up in his rib just a little bit, but still a very good individual. A lot of balance, a lot of soundness to him, and we'll see how he holds up in our bull show as he competes against some of the older animals. Congratulations.
Your results from Class 16-18 of junior bulls. In first place, entry 1073 from William Hughes. Up next in the program will be Class 16-19 of junior bulls. These are bulls born 12 to 18 months of age. We have entries 1082 from Jeanette Magnuson with a date of birth of April 30th of 2022. We have entry 1081 also from Jeanette Magnuson with a date of birth of May 14th of 2022. This is your completed class 1619 of junior bulls.
I think this is another class that could really be subject to each evaluator, and they would do it very differently. I'll tell you how I'm going to do it today. I'm going to let them stand as they are. I think this cinnamon colored calf actually really represents what's very desirable within the breed in terms of the correct angles to his shoulder and hip. He has a big, bold rib shape and some center body, which is important to the breed for feed conversion and durability and longevity. And I just think he does a really nice job with that. Not to take anything away from our gray bull, he's maybe just a tick straighter through his shoulder, not quite as free-strided, maybe doesn't have quite the body depth. He obviously offers a little more growth and performance, but we have to be careful in how we seek that within this breed because we do have a mature size limitation that we have to live within. And again, both extremely good animals. Each person will have their own opinion, but I really like the center body, the rib shape, and the little more correct angles that he has to his shoulder and also matched on the other end of his skeleton as well. And I just see that as a very high quality individual. So congratulations to both exhibitors, though, for two extremely good examples of the breed.
Results from Class 1619 of Junior Bulls. In second place, entry 1081 from Jeanette Magnuson. And your class winner, entry 1082 from Jeanette Magnuson. At this time, we will bring back our first and second place bulls from all of our junior categories to select your Grand and Reserve Champion Junior Bull. Your returning exhibitors from 1617 class would be in first place, Jeanette Magnuson, and your second place from that class is William Hughes. Returning for class 1618 would be the entry from William Hughes, and returning from class 1619, we would have the first and second place animals from Jeanette Magnuson.
For our junior bull calf champion, I'm going to go with our cinnamon colored bull here that we have from our older division. As it was talked before, just a very nice example of the breed and what they have to offer in terms of symmetry, balance, conformation. He's a bull showing some good testicular circumference already and just a very high quality individual. So he'll be our champion junior bull. We'll go ahead and bring in our second place from that class.
Your grand champion junior bull comes from class 1619 of junior bulls. That is entry 1082 from Jeanette Magnuson. Rolling into consideration for our judge, Rick Leone, will be the second place from class 1619. That is entry 1081 from Jeanette Magnuson.
A good set of individuals to look at here. I'm going to give our reserve calf champion to our young lady here in front. With her calf, I think he follows our calf champion most alike in terms of his conformation and type, not to take anything away from the other two bulls, but an extremely nice calf that I think has got a lot of future and is going to hold very true to the type that we have today. Congratulations to those exhibitors.
Your reserve grand champion junior bull comes from class 1617. That is entry 1080 from Jeanette Magnuson. Once our exhibitors clear the ring, we will get set for our senior bulls division. We'll start with class 1623. Coming into the ring at this time is now class 1623 of senior bulls. These bulls are 2 to under 3 years of age. We have 2 entries within this class. Entry 1083 from Jeanette Magnuson and entry 1272 from Kirsten Watson.
I think this is another close decision. I'm going to let them stand how they are, and I'm going to start with the gray bull here. I appreciate this bull as much rib shape as he has now. He carries back towards his stifle. He balances a little better. He's extremely comfortable on the move. He has a tick better set to his shoulder. he's maybe pushing those limits just a little bit in terms of growth, but he's still within our confines and a very nice example within the breed. So congratulations to that first place bull. Our second place bull, I think here gives him a big run for his money. I think you could look at this class several different ways. I'd like to just give this really strikingly beautiful colored bull just a tick better length and maybe just a little better reach as he travels, but still an extremely good bull and offers a little more conservative growth than the bull in front. Two very good individuals. That's how I see them today. They could be evaluated differently tomorrow, but that's how we are today. Congratulations to both exhibitors.
Your results from Class 1623 of Senior Bulls: in second place, entry 1272 from Kirsten Watson. And your class winner is 1083 from Jeanette Magnuson. At this time, we will bring in Class 1626 of Senior Bulls. These bulls are 5 years and older. We have a single entry within this class. We have entry 1273 from Kirsten Watson.
Single entry bull that I think does a lot of things very good. You've got to really admire this bull for how much balance and symmetry he has. I think he offers a lot of that for us to see today and does it in such a masculine, complete package, and I really applaud the exhibitor for that. I'd like to see him a touch freer on his front feet. This is a breed that can grow a little bit of hoof. They can get sore-footed sometimes. The travel is hard. I know you've all come a long ways. I would like to see him just a touch more comfortable on the front, but an extremely good bull. And in terms of balance, symmetry, structural design, terrific animal, really amazing. So thank you and congratulations to you.
The results from Class 1626 of Senior Bulls: in first place, entry 1273 from Kirsten Watson. At this time, we will bring back our first and seconds within our Senior Bull division for your Grand and Reserve Champion Senior Bull selections.
There's some principles I have to stay true to because they're so important to the breed. I'm going to let I'm going to use our bigger bull here for champion. He's an individual that is just so free-strided, very correct in his angles, very comfortable and on the move. I'd maybe like to just open him up a little bit more and let that carry back through his center body. But a very nice animal. He's got our advantage from our other first place bull in terms of comfort today. If he didn't have that, I'd have to get to our bull from the other class. Just an extremely good individual, but he's just a little sore on those front feet today. And, you know, like all things, we have to give it to the person who comes with our priorities most in line. But a tremendous bull, so we're going to use champion here from our first class, and we'll bring in our second place animal and pick your reserve for our senior bulls.
Your grand champion senior bull comes from class 1623. That is entry 1083 from Jeanette Magnuson. Rolling into consideration for the reserve will be the second place from class 1623. That is entry 1272 from Kirsten Watson.
I'm going to go ahead and use our bull from that was individual in class for our reserve. Just an extremely nice individual. He excels in his true structural angles over our dark red bull, and even though he's a little sore-footed, I'm going to reward that structural integrity today. And extremely good animal, so congratulations for being reserved in the senior bulls. Not to take anything away from our red calf, another tremendous individual, and congratulations to both exhibitors.
Your reserve grand champion senior bull comes from class 1626. That is entry 1273 from Kirsten Watson. At this time, we will bring back our champion junior and champion senior bull for the champion bull challenge. Upon conclusion of our champion challenge here in the ring, we will take a 10-minute recess for our exhibitors to go grab their other animals to continue on with the competition. So we will be pausing for about 10 minutes for our exhibitors a chance to go get their other animals and bring them up to the show ring.
So in our champion challenge, I'm going to award it to our younger calf here. It's always a little, you got to be careful speculating too much on youngsters, but I just think he's a really tremendous bull. He does so many things right in terms of his conformation, his balance, and his structure. And we're going to let him win that today. Not to take anything away from our older bull that's also a terrific individual, but we're going to give it to our younger calf today in our champion challenge.
Within your champion challenge, that is your grand champion junior bull. That is entry 1082 from Jeanette Magnuson. At this time, we will be taking that 10-minute break for our exhibitors to go back to their stalls, grab the next round of animals, and bring them up here. So again, a 10-minute recess. We will get started just probably around 4:50. So again, a 10-minute break, and we will continue with our miniature Zebu show from there. All right, everybody, we welcome you back to ringside as well as online. We have class 1601 of our miniature Zebu show. Within this class, we have a single entry from 1275 of Kimberly Raskinen. We have a date of birth of May 27th of 2023. This female is 0 to under 4 months of age.
Nice single entry heifer calf getting out and getting some experience. So kudos to the exhibitor for that. A nice heifer, definitely shows a lot of symmetry and balance, a lot of structural soundness, a lot of eye appeal. We'll see how she can measure up to the older girls as they come in, but congratulations to the exhibitor.
Your results from class 1601 of your female show. In first place, entry 1275 from Kimberly Raskinen. Up next within the program will be class 1602 of females 4 to under 8 months of age. We have a single entry within this class, entry 1070 from William Hughes. Date of birth is March 15th of 2023.
Really beautiful red female here that's kind of figuring it out and deciding if she wants to be in here and let us see her. But a really nice female, again, a lot of symmetry, a lot of balance. I like her capacity. She does it in a really feminine package, very sound. So congratulations to this single entry, and we'll see how she continues to add up as well as we bring in some of the older females.
Your results from class 1602 of females. In first place, entry 1070 from William Hughes. Up next on the schedule would be class 1604 of females. These female miniature Zebu would be 12 months to under 18 months of age. We will have 2 entries within this class. We have entry 1276 from Kimberly Raskinen with a date of birth of March 16th of 2022. We will also have entry 1071 from William Hughes. We'll have a date of birth on this female of July 11th of 2022. Once these exhibitors enter the ring, this will be your completed class of 1604 of females.
We're going to start with our slightly larger framed female, and I don't mean that as a criticism, but just as a descriptive term. She's more correct in her rib shape, center body, balance, overall structure, and symmetry. So congratulations to our first place animal. Not to take anything away from our second place heifer. Another extremely good female. I like how moderate she is. I like the shape to her forerib. Very good female, just slightly gives up a little bit in terms of symmetry to the heifer that wins today. Congratulations to both exhibitors.
Your results from Class 1604 of females: in second place, entry 1276 from Kimberly Raskinen. And your class winner, entry 1071 from William Hughes. Up next will be Class 1606 of females. These females are 24 to under 30 months in age. We have a single entry within this class, entry 1076 from Jeanette Magnuson. Date of birth is July 4th of 2021.
Another single entry, but a female that I really like. She is just a great example of what they can look like when they've got really excellent rib shape, tremendous balance and symmetry. Does that with some capacity, center body to her. Extremely good example of breed character. So congratulations to this exhibitor on a really good female.
Your results from Class 1606 of females: in first place, entry 1076 from Jeanette Magnuson. At this time, we will bring in Class 1608 of females. We have a age range of 36 to 42 months in age. We have a single entry, 1270 from Kirsten Watson. Date of birth is April 23rd of 2020.
Really beautiful red female that comes in for us. Another female that's a great example of breed character. Very structurally sound, really comfortable. Knee is set back, really nice angles through her hocks. Very good female, and we'll look forward to seeing her back when she's got some competition as well.
Your results from Class 1608: in first place, entry 1270 from Kirsten Watson. At this time, we will bring back our class winners to select your Grand and Reserve Champion heifers. From Class 1601, we have entry 1275 from Kimberly Raskinen. From Class 1602, we have entry 1070 from William Hughes. From Class 1604, our first place is from William Hughes, entry 1071. Your second place from Class 1604 is entry 1276 from Kimberly Raskinen. From Class 1606, we have entry 1076 from Jeanette Magnuson. And from Class 1608, we have entry 1270 from Kirsten Watson. These are your females in contention for your Grand and Reserve Champion Miniature Zebu Heifers. We would like to highlight our judge, Mr. Rick Leone. He is a doctor of veterinary medicine. He was born in southeastern Colorado. He was involved heavily in 4-H. He's also been involved in ranching at an early age. He's demonstrated an innate love for animals, whether domestic livestock or wildlife. He operates a state-of-the-art practice and performs advanced reproductive services, including embryo transfer on cattle, horses, and small ruminants. He resides and has shown in reined cow horse and ranch horse versatility. Dr. Leone has a special interest in the Western performance horse and relishes the challenges associated with resolving performance issues related to lameness in elite athletes of horses. Rick completed his 2 4-year terms of the Colorado State Board of Veterinary Medicine, most recently serving as the president. In the past, he has served in the Colorado Veterinary Medical Association in various capacities. He has served many organizations, including the Colorado Veterinary Medical Association, the American Shorthorn Association, and the Rocky Mountain Shorthorn Association. He and his wife, Trish, have 2 children, and they reside in Fowler. He's also been a coach for judging at the Otero Junior College. We appreciate Mr. Rick Leone judging today's contests.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I'm going to go ahead and use our champion in this age division here with our little bit cinnamon-colored female. She is just a female that I think comes in with so much balance and symmetry, and if you were just kind of set a breed standard, I think this female just comes very close to doing that. So congratulations to that exhibitor. Very nice female.
Your grand champion heifer comes from Class 1606. That is entry 1076 from Jeanette Magnuson.
Close decision here for our reserve. I'm going to use our young gray female that we have here. Matches in type and kind most closely to what we used for our champion. Not to take anything away from the other entries. All very good individuals, and congratulations to our champion and reserve.
Your reserve grand champion comes from Class 1604. That is entry 1071 from William Hughes. Up next into the program will be Class 1614. These are female cows 5 years and older. Within this class of 1614, we will have a total of 3 entries. We will have entry 1078 from Jeanette Magnuson with a date of birth of August 27th of 2010. We have entry 1271 from Kirsten Watson with the date of birth of September 3rd of 2017. And we'll have entry 1077 from Jeanette Magnuson with the date of birth of April 26th of 2018. These will be the 3 entries for your females of cows 5 years and older.
All right. In our classes, we've got them today of these older females. We're going to let them stand as they are. The cow that we've got here in front, again, just a female, actually fairly similar to the other heifer that we saw before. She's just so good in terms of her balance. She's plenty small within the breed to meet those requirements, but she does it with so much balance and eye appeal. You could make her 2,000 pounds or 200 pounds, it doesn't matter, because she's symmetrical and balanced and correct in her angles. So congratulations to our first place animal, very nice. I'm gonna follow up with our painted female here. She's a little bit different option than some of what we've seen today, but a female that just comes with so much rib shape and mass. You've gotta appreciate that about her. Another just really tremendous female. It's a little bit of difference in preference, and I understand that, but a very nice female. And our third place cow here, you got to be careful how you evaluate her, because she's in with a group of some bigger cows, and she's obviously very refined and small in her size. Really nice udder on her. I just read her as not being quite as balanced as the females ahead of her, but still an extremely good female. So correct in her size and proportions. Just gives up a little bit to a little better balance and symmetry ahead of her. But congratulations to all three places. Very nice females.
Your results from Class 16-14 of females: in third place, entry 1077 from Jeanette Magnuson. In second place, and your reserve grand champion senior female, entry 1271 from Kirsten Watson. In first place, entry 1078, which also becomes your champion senior female, that is Jeanette Magnuson. At this time, we will have our champion challenge, which means we will have our two champions selected and compete against our other reigning champion from last year. So your grand heifer competing in the champion challenge is from Class 1606. That is entry 1076 from Jeanette Magnuson. Your senior cow in contention in the champion challenge, that is going to be entry 1078 from Jeanette Magnuson. The reigning champion from last year would be entry 1075 from William Hughes. Special thanks to our ring help today, moving the cattle. The gentleman with the best handlebar mustache at the Colorado State Fair is running and operating our ring. So special thanks to our clerks as well as judges and ring help throughout this year's 2023 shows.
I think this is a really close decision, and I'm not sure in the champion challenges what the ramifications are of my decision, and it's just as well because I have to pick the female that I think is best today. I think it's a really close decision. You know how much I like your younger heifer, but both these older cows just come in doing tremendous things. I am going to go with our cow here in the middle to be your champion today. I think it's a very tough decision, and I'll tell you why I go with this cow. She opens up a little better behind her shoulder, and that rib structure is so important, and she's a little more comfortable in the angle to her shoulder, and she pulls her neck out a little more correctly as a consequence of that, and that's her advantage. The female that we have here in our third hole, what a tremendous female. She could take all kinds of competition. Really beautiful female. I love her center body. Just got a little tiny bit of structural advantage today, and that's how I see it. Congratulations to all three. They're really tremendous animals and just tons of quality.
Your new champion in the challenge category is also your grand champion senior. Up next onto the program would be the showmanship phases. We will start with our Class 1640 of Pee Wee Showman. Coming into the ring at this time, once again, is our Pee Wee Showman. Within this class of Pee Wee Showman, we have an entry from Autumn Magnuson. To be considered a Pee Wee, you have to be under 7 years of age.
So I'm going to ask this young lady her name and let her tell you her name on the mic.
Autumn.
All right, well, very good job. Autumn's doing a great job. She taught me something about Zebu cattle. They're a very docile breed, and for some of you watching, they're actually a great breed to consider, especially on limited acres. They are very docile and very quiet. They can have kind of an ominous look with their horns and some of the dark color around their eyes, but that's actually deceiving because they are very gentle. I think Autumn's doing an awesome job out here today showing this calf, and we so appreciate her being here. It's always important to make good eye contact with the judge while you're walking around the ring, but your calf's obviously gentle, and you know your calf, and you've been around it a lot. So congratulations, Autumn. You did a great job. Thank you for being here at the Colorado State Fair and showing us how young ones can get this done, okay? All right, thank you. Congratulations.
Your champion Pee Wee Showman is Miss Autumn. And I believe this concludes our miniature Zebu show for today. We appreciate everybody. Congratulations to all of our exhibitors. A special thank you again to our clerks, ring help, and our judge. We will see you guys back here tomorrow for the next phase in the 2023 Colorado State